I anticipate the Bengals and defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo to run a cover 2 underneath defense. For a couple of reasons. Reason number one is with running a cover 2 man defense is you're covering man right here, and then you have the safety help. So you have the chance to any type of short underneath route. Now you have your chance as your secondary to undercut or take a chance, high chances on the underneath route because you know you got help in the back end. Also with this, it's also giving you that extra second because over here we're playing that extra man, you're jamming the receivers, so which give you that extra second for the defensive line to get there. So we're using cover 2 man because the Cincinnati Bengals want to create coverage sacks because obviously the Kansas City Chiefs are a very explosive offense. So I'm going to show you a couple of plays on how Lou Anarumo and the Cincinnati Bengals are going to utilize cover 2 under defense to slow down the Chiefs. So for the Cincinnati Bengals defensively, I anticipate defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo to implement their cover 2 under scheme. I think they had success in the second half as far as the Week 17 matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. So with that said, with the cover 2 under, you're gonna see 2 safeties right here. See just the regular cover 2, the safeties right here. So but the thing that makes it different is you're gonna have man-on-man coverage underneath. So you're gonna have guy matchup right here, matchup. So this is more of an aggressive style of playing cover 2 because you know you have those 2 safeties over top right here. So with that, what that does is it gives Mahomes, it makes Mahomes hold the ball an extra second, which gives the defensive line that extra time to get pressure to on the quarterback. So look for Lou Anarumo and the Cincinnati Bengals to run a lot of cover 2 man underneath coverage as far as the Sunday matchup goes. When the Bengals are on defense, pay attention to linebacker number 55, Logan Wilson. I mean, this guy is very versatile. So what I mean is he's going to be able to play Travis Kelce in one-on-one situation and also in zone situation. He's going to be one of the guys that's going to be spying on Patrick Mahomes. So when you watch the Bengals play the Chiefs this Sunday, watch out for linebacker number 55 because wherever Patrick Mahomes goes, wherever Patrick Mahomes looks at, wherever Travis Kelce goes, wherever Travis Kelce look at, I guarantee you number 55 is going to be right there on the hip check. So watch out for the Cincinnati Bengals, Logan Wilson, and I'm going to show you a couple of highlights of what he's going to bring to the table come Sunday evening. Guys to pay attention to, especially when the Cincinnati Bengals is on defense, it's linebacker number 55 when they play the Kansas City Chiefs. He's going to be all over the field, man. This guy's one of the most instinctive player, young, athletic linebacker in the game, excellent in space. So I anticipate the Bengals to utilize him and use his versatile skill set. So you're going to see number 55, Logan Wilson. He's going to be, he's very, very good in space as far as taking on the tight end and underneath coverages. So I anticipate the Bengals to run a lot of cover 2 under coverage. So expect to see number 55 to line up against Travis Kelce, and especially also we all know Patrick Mahomes like to scramble and use his athletic ability. So look for number 55 to also be a key spy in spy situations. So number 55 is going to be a very, very key contributor as far as if the Cincinnati Bengals going to put one of the biggest upset of the football season by beating the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, so whenever the Chiefs are on defense, especially when the Bengals go in a shotgun formation or empty set, I really want to see the defensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs going against the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line. So most importantly, I want you all to pay attention to defensive end number 55, Frank Clark, defensive tackle number 95, Chris Jones, defensive tackle number 90, Jaron Reed, and edge rusher number 24, Melvin Ingram. Those guys are going to be very, very, very vital as far as for the success for the Kansas City Chiefs. So if the Kansas City Chiefs want to go to the Super Bowl, I'll guarantee you, these 4 guys right here going to be the main reason why they're going back to the Super Bowl. And I'm going to show you a couple of highlights on why those 4 guys are going to be eating come Sunday night. Kansas City Chiefs should beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game. It's going to come down to the front 4. I'm talking about 55, playoff Frank. I'm talking about number 95, Chris Jones. I'm talking about number 90, Jaron Reed. And I'm talking about number 24, Melvin Ingram. I think those guys should dominate the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line unit, just like the way the Tennessee Titans defensive line unit dominated Cincinnati Bengals offensive line unit. Because like I said, those guys are just big, strong, and faster. And when it comes to the playoff, especially playoff time, man, nobody does it better than this tandem, number 95 and 55. And when it comes to the playoff, those two duos do it better than anyone. So I anticipate for you guys to see a lot of 55 and 95 Sunday evening when the Chiefs play the Bengals. So one key matchup for the Cincinnati Bengals offensively, when they're offense and when the Kansas City Chiefs are on defense, is the Kansas City secondary, especially cornerback number 21 Mike Hughes. I anticipate Zach Taylor and company to take advantage and dial up plays, especially if Spagnuolo wants to be aggressive and play one-on-one situation. I anticipate the Cincinnati Bengals to isolate number 21 right here. So whenever y'all watch this game on Sunday, wherever number 21 is, man, I anticipate whomever the receiver is for the Cincinnati Bengals to be the first read, because right now number 21 Mike Hughes is not playing with any type of confidence. You can see that when you watch the film. So whenever you see a lame duck as far as a defensive back, best believe you go out there and kill him. And I anticipate the Cincinnati Bengals to throw the ball at number 21 a whole bunch of times. So one of the guys the Cincinnati Bengals have to attack offensive when they're on offense is Kansas City defensive back Mike Hughes. What I got to tell you about number 21 right now for the Chiefs, he's not playing with any confidence right now, man. So I anticipate when the Bengals, especially when they come in empty formation or when they come in any type of trips or just any type of situation where they could isolate number 21 Mike Hughes. So look for Joe Burrow to see. Wherever you see number 21, look for the Cincinnati Bengals to definitely attack that, because right now, man, number 21 right here for the Kansas City Chiefs, he's not playing with a high level of confidence, and you can see right now. So anticipate Joe Burrow and coming to take advantage of Mike Hughes as far as the weakest link in the Kansas City's secondary. So the Cincinnati Bengals killed the Kansas City Chiefs when they were in the first initial matchup, especially when the Kansas City Chiefs went cover one coverage or when they went single high safety. So with that said, I anticipate Spagnuolo to make a little change. So this Sunday, I anticipate the Kansas City Chiefs to be more in a two high safety look. So I see them to play more zone coverage, because obviously they don't want to jeopardize. They don't want to put their the secondary in a compromised situation, because the Cincinnati Bengals' strength is their skill position and the Kansas City weakness is the secondary position. So because they don't want to be in a compromised situation, I look for the Kansas City Chiefs to play more zone and more cover two high safeties to keep everything in front of them, man. So look for that adjustment for Spagnuolo and the Kansas City Chiefs to slow down the Cincinnati Bengals by, like I said, adjusting to doing more of a cover two than a cover one scheme. So the first time this Chiefs and the Bengals played in week 17, you saw Spagnuolo did a lot of man-on-man coverage, man, like put themselves in a situation like this. And I don't think he really respected the skilled players of the Cincinnati Bengals. So moving forward for the AFC Championship game with the Super Bowl in mind, watch for my man Spags to come out in a more cover two situation where you're going to have two single high safeties, because I don't think he wants to jeopardize his back end as far as put them in a situation, in a compromised situation, because we all know the Cincinnati Bengals have a better skilled players than the Kansas City Chiefs have better defensive backfield. So I anticipated Spags to not do this type of coverages on Sunday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. You're going to see a lot more two high safeties and a lot more cover two underneath coverage against the Cincinnati Bengals to make sure to give the defensive backfield a little bit more help. In conclusion, what I predict for this game, honestly, defensively, I think both teams are going to be running a two high safety because they both respect each other's firepower as far as offensively. So a lot of people are anticipating a high scoring game. I anticipate a little bit more on the lower scoring game. I see 24-20-ish, the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think overall, the Kansas City Chiefs got an overall better roster, and I think the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line is really going to catch up to them as far as that being a deficiency, especially going against playoff Frank and Chris Jones and the Kansas City Chiefs defensive line. So all in all, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to do what they do, especially being at home. Patrick Mahomes is going to do what they do, and they're going to do enough to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals and to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl once again.